boom. Figured I'd do something different again than a fitness video. So this is where I wish I had millions and millions of followers, because I'd love to see a response to this, because this is something very few of us get to choose from. And plus I figure maybe now with the corona and the whole world burning down, this might be a fun video to watch. So anyway, would you as a man choose a woman for her money, and we're talking like close to $100 million, or for love? Now the hard decision in this is, which I'll describe it, they're both you know, I gotta watch what I say. They're both good looking. Obviously my wife is drop dead gorgeous, and I'm not saying that because she's my wife, because I have to, but she really is. But this other girl is rich, which makes it really hard, is she's actually really good looking. So let's go back to the year early 2000s. I was right around 30 years old and got picked up by she was actually 6'1", 6'2", let's just say 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyed, beautiful, pleasant woman. It was, I think, 43. She kind of looked 43-ish because she's been out in the sun her whole life and the stress of the kids or whatever, but was still beautiful. But whatever. But I did see her recently, and I guess she's, you know, late 50s and looks, for that, wow, almost looks like a Christy Brinkley. So this girl picked me up. We hit it off right away. She was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Like me, or I guess like most men, never grew up. She was 43 years old, acted like she was still like 20. And I knew right away, you know, you can tell she came from money. Not the way she was dressed, just how she carried herself, you could just tell. Just a rich, spoiled little rich girl that was almost like still in college. So we went out for a few months, and honestly, zero issues. She was so much fun. The only problem I had at the time was she had kids, and at that time I didn't want kids, but she said, oh, I'll give you kids if you want, blah blah blah. And I said no, but she had little kids, and I just didn't want to be like that. And to help you out in this particular scenario, she actually had a guest house, and you know, there was a full-time living maid. You know, she's like, you know, I don't want you to be their father, you know, you're not, you know, they have a father, you know, you're just here to have, you know, be with me, have fun, you know, spend time with the kids, you know, obviously, you know, but I'm not expecting you to be, you know, their father. But I just didn't want to deal with it. So we were together for a few months. Excuse me. Ooh. I never burp, and then I got hit, you know, that thing. I knew she had money. She was an heiress of sorts. And then I found out that liquid money was over $80 million, not including all the other stuff. So obviously real money. I mean, it didn't change the way I felt about her, because guess what? If we would have got married, her lawyers, and I divorced her, I'd get nothing. And when we were together, I would have gotten, you know, I would have benefited, but it's not like I'm going to divorce her and inherit, you know, tens of millions of dollars, whatever. So, but anyway, everything was going great. Really no issues. Except for the kid thing, a lot of fun. Then all of a sudden she goes, hey, I want you to, you know, move in or whatever. I'm like, well, okay, I guess. And again, I really liked her. There was no issues. I know I keep saying that, but again, there was no thing. But she goes, I'll never forget it. We were driving. I know exactly the moment she said it and everything. She goes, first she goes, well, I want you to start taking, you know, around the house, I want you to like mow the lawn. I was like, and I don't know, for some reason that really got me, but it gets worse in a minute. And I was like, but you have like kids to do that, your own kids. And for some reason that irked me. I was like, okay. And later she goes, and I want you to help contribute to the bills in the house. Now you got to remember, just off of the the investments, she was making like 8, 10 grand a month more. And there was no bills. House paid for, cars, there was zero bills. I mean, taxes and rent and all that. And that just set me off. Pay some bills? Oh, no way. And I remember I just pulled off the road, got out. I left her there. I left myself there, and I walked into the gym. And again, it's something minor, but I don't know, for some reason, it really irked me. And I know I keep saying it, and I wish I could give more detail, but there was, everything about it was just fun. So I go to the gym, and out of the corner of my eye, I see the most adorable little Chinese girl. And I know my Asians. I've dated a lot of Asians. So, but if you know anything about Asians, this is probably a really bad time to be saying it, but it was just so stereotypical. She was on the elliptical and she was just doing her thing. And I was just like, oh. But she looked like she was like 12 years old. And I'm like, but it's middle of the afternoon, and there's no way she'd be in the gym by herself. Not that age. But you know, Asians always look, so many Asians look young. Oh, you like my hat? I've been doing other videos, and it was a flashback to 1995. So I went over, and I talked to her, and I figured she's probably early 20s, because, you know, just, again, I can figure out, I'm dating enough Asians and having enough Asian friends and all, I know how old they, you know, when it looked, but it was how she was dressed. It was like straight out of high school. So I'll go over and talk to her, well, you know, and she's just like snobbish. But I ended up getting her number, and which is really weird because I've never ever, it's kind of like cheating on her, the other girls with, because we were still together. It was like, not like we officially broke up, but I was picking up another girl, which I never ever have done. Thought about, but never ever did. So I got her number, and it was weird because I think we were like walking out together, and I guess kind of like my ex showed up, saw her, really didn't think it, picked me up, went back home, didn't talk the whole way home, and got my card and left. Now, we had a planned vacation together. I don't gotta watch what I say. We had a planned vacation together. So I ended up talking with the other girl, and we really hit it off. And I remember the first date I picked her up for her first official like date. It was luncheon. I'll never forget what she was wearing, and it was just something hit me. And also, it was the first girl, even in the gym, that I never really like checked out. Something I always do, make sure she's, you know, skinny and has everything right. And even there, even when I picked her up, she was wearing like a frumpy outfit because she was so tiny. And it was weird though. It wasn't like the first date wasn't like, whoa. But it was just good. There was something about it. I'm like, you know, deep down inside, I really didn't think about it. I'm like, I guess this is the girl forever. So we ended up, the next few months, you know, everything's getting better and better. But we talked about it, but I'm like, I also was going on vacation with this other girl. She's like, you better not go, better not go. Now, I didn't go on vacation, but I get a call on the airplane. Guess who I'm sitting next to? And it was, oh God, I just forgot her name. The girl that was in the boxing movie, a famous actress. Because Charlize Theron was supposed to be there, but she missed it, and so she got the plane in Miami. Oh gosh, she was in that boxing movie. But anyway, famous girl. And then Charlize Theron picked up, and I actually talked to her too. And then when it went to the, I would say, Turks Caicos, supposedly I got a phone call from Jennifer Aniston. So that would have been cool to be on the airplane and be on vacation with all these famous people. I'm not a celebrity, but Jennifer Aniston is one of the few famous people I'd like to meet. And I actually kind of saw pictures, so I guess it was all kind of true. But anyway, so I ended up breaking up with this retired supermodel, and ended up with the Chinese girl who is now my wife, but came from, didn't have really, I mean, just a normal 9 to 5 girl. Eventually, you know, went on with medical stuff, made good money, but I mean, but they were both great, and I didn't really mean it, but the girl, my wife is, I mean, honestly, just a dream woman. And again, I'm not saying that because she's my wife, but it really is. So I can go into a million more details about my wife, but what would you choose? Would you choose love? And we can also take out what they look like too, because they're both have awesome bodies, both beautiful, blah blah blah. But would you pick money for that security blanket forever? Oh man, I got the hiccups. Because even in this time, you know, when you have that, when you have real money, that never goes away. Or would you marry for love? What would Jews do? So I think, I mean, I know there's more, but I didn't want to have this a half an hour video. But again, what would you choose? Money or love? And I wish they were both ugly or whatever, to make it more interesting. But anyway, but at least I had the opportunity, which very few people, even women, get the opportunity to choose a rich man or whatever. So hopefully, I'll watch this video. Hopefully it came out better than it is. Otherwise, I'll redo it. But boom, thank you.